Hello, this is a video about how to clean up your custom fields. If you're watching this video, there's a very good chance that you have reached that 100 custom field limit within Infusionsoft and you don't know how or where even to start to clean up those custom fields. So this video is going to walk you through 3 steps to clean up your custom fields and free them up, because I'm sure that you have other things that you would like to use them for. So the first step that we're going to do is just a general eyeball step to see if there's maybe some quick wins. You might not want to spend the time to do a full clean out in depth and go through all your custom fields. You might have a short-term need to potentially free up anywhere from 3 to 6 or maybe even 10 custom fields, which can generally be done by just eyeballing it and flagging up ones which you're pretty sure you can delete, rather than going into the full audit of going through all of your custom fields, which I'll briefly go through how you can do that as well during this video. So first step, we need to view our custom fields. So we're going to mouse over the Infusionsoft logo and then go to settings and then go. And now I can see all of my custom fields. So whoever has the most experience with your Infusionsoft app, I would ask them to go through and flag up anywhere from 5 to 10 custom fields that you're pretty sure you can get rid of. If you need more than that, then you might have to see if you can flag up more. But generally that's a very, very good place to start, is just to look and be like, I'm pretty sure that we don't need these custom fields. Keep in mind, any information that's in a custom field, using a tool like plus this or maybe even manually, you can pass that information into a note on the contact record if you'd like to keep it. But if you have 3 people using data in a custom field, that's not worth using up your custom field. If you're using a custom field for something, you should have a pretty significant part of your list using that custom field. I think a good frame point would be about 15% of your list has something in that custom field, depending on your list size. If you have a very small list, it should be higher. I'm thinking of a list of anywhere from about 10 to 20,000, then you should have about 15% of your people actually having data within that custom field. Otherwise, you are misusing your custom fields, my friend. You can use tags, you can use notes. Fun fact, lots of people don't know that notes are searchable if you title them the same all the time. So that's a fun little tidbit there. You don't necessarily have to use a custom field. So once you have your 10 custom fields that you're pretty sure you can get rid of, I would go under contacts, and I'm just gonna only make it for people that are named Melody because I have lots of test contacts in here. You wouldn't put anything in this section here, and then you would go to your custom fields and you would look for is filled. If I was gonna do an in-depth search of this entire app and decide which one of these can I get rid of, I would go through each one of these individually, do is field search, see how many people have it, kind of look and see, okay, is this actually valuable, and then make a recommendation. Yeah, I think this can be deleted. This information does look valuable. Let's put it into a note, or those kinds of things. Now, if you have your 10 hit list custom fields of which ones you think you can get rid of, then I would just go and do those 10. You don't have to go through each one of these individual. I'm just going to do this one right now. I actually don't know if I have a contact record that has that filled. Fun fact, apparently I have 1 contact that has that filled. When you're doing this, I'd recommend, rather than doing the interactive view, we want to do the grid view. One of the nice things about grid view is when you go to edit criteria columns, and this is actually a really nice way, like if your list isn't that big, you can use this little trick too. So let's say I want to look at a couple custom fields, so I'm going to look at this one, this one, this one, this one, and put those over. I don't care about any of this data at this point in time. I'm just going to do first name, let's say, and then go OK. Now, if I was on a bigger list, what I would do is you could potentially do this with a larger list, is I would just do a search for everyone on your list and then sort them by if anyone actually has data in here. I need an example of a larger list that can do this. So you could, to speed things up, go in here, do a list throughout your entire search, so no parameters at all, just your entire list. This does get very tricky if you have a lot of people in your app, And then if you click on here, it'll put everyone that actually has content in there or has something in there at the top. And you can do that with any one of the fields. So it's a little bit of a quicker way to kind of look at if people actually have content in there. Now, the other thing is that you might want to do the full Monty, shall we say, of doing a custom field list clean. So what I would do is I'd go actions and then you export. And you only need to export one contact. You're not really looking for the contact information. And what you do is just uncheck every field that you don't need. So that's all of the default fields you don't really care about. What you're looking for is to look for where your custom fields start. And my custom fields start right after referral code, and I would check off all the custom fields. This saves you from having to copy and paste this potentially into a spreadsheet, and rather makes it a little bit easier for you to just export this out. And then you'd have an admin go in, do searches for each one of them, and give her or him parameters for, okay, if it has less than this amount of people, then we're probably gonna delete it and just flag that up. I already did one over here. So it'll display all the fields at the top here, and then you just need to go and then copy and paste them over here. So I just go here, X, copy and paste them all over here. And then the next step would be, I want an admin to go in and fill in, okay, how many people actually have their marketing site filled in or have content in there or additional sites or word or hosting company. Then I'd have a drop down for what the recommended next action is. Could be find out more information, delete, leave as is, and then a status to know if that next action has been completed. So has it been deleted? For find out more, have we found out more? For no action, then there's no status on there. So hopefully that makes sense and helps give a bit of clarity on how to clean up your custom fields. I don't see a lot of people needing a full cleanup. Usually you can do this just as needed when you need a custom field to just go in. It does make you very aware though that be careful when creating custom fields and make sure you actually need one. So hopefully you never have to watch this video again. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please email support@businesstechninjas.com. Thank you.